I'm just gonna start cutting wrestling promos, but like just for towns that I've like maybe visited like twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be like, ooh, Florence, Oregon, I'm coming for you. I'll see you Sunday. Start doing that everywhere I go for no reason.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that a cool thing to do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing that.
Sounds good.
Fucking hijacked and then derailed it. Yes, and my name is Frederick Graves, and welcome to Hot Graves and Omens. With me, as always, my lovely co-host.
It's me. It's Taylor. Hello.
Hi, Tay.
Hi.
And with us running cameras, sound, and a man of mystery, it's Bill Bernard.
Hey, I'm Bill. And yes, I did get a haircut. Look at me now.
Wow. You should have shaved it up the middle.
Oh, shaved it up the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely would be a look. I had seen on TikTok, there was like somebody who does these tattoos and haircuts that look to me like they're straight out of Fallout. And I was like, I would go for that. I would honestly go for that, especially if I was like in the wasteland, because I feel like for me, I'm trying to like get a job right now, so I can't be too ambitious, but it's coming. It's coming. When I'm good and situated, you're going to see a whole nother Bill. I promise you that.
Looking forward to it. I do have some news story. I have a news story off the top, off the rip here.
Off the rip.
Off the rip. It's about a week old now, but this comes out of North Carolina, where a man impersonating law enforcement got arrested after bringing crossbows in a flamethrower into a church.
Oh, you don't do that.
So a man impersonating a law enforcement officer armed with 2 flamethrowers, 2 crossbows, a pepper ball launcher, and multiple knives when he showed up to a church service in North Carolina, and he was promptly arrested. William S. Milliken III, 44, was arrested after someone called 911 to report an armed man dressed in camouflage was sitting in a truck. And law enforcement arrived and took him to custody without any major incident. But he's been charged with felon possession of a weapon of mass destruction.
Whoa.
Which I assume is the flamethrowers.
Yeah, not the crossbows, unless he was going after vampires.
That's true. Misdemeanor impersonating law enforcement officer, possession of a controlled substance, according to court documents. How... So the way they charging him with impersonating a law enforcement officer is that an off-duty police officer working at the church came up to him and was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm actually a cop." No, I don't know if you guys know this. Cops don't usually carry flamethrowers nor crossbows.
You've never seen me go undercover.
That's true. Bill's part of the deep undercover state. Bill, how's that going? How was your investigation going?
Well, I can tell you, being a part of the occult division, I go after many things. I did a little bit of God damn it. I did a little bit of research on vampires when I recently watched Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in Interview with the Vampire. Captivating movie, but it didn't lead me to closing the case. All it did was lead me to believe that, back in the day, Brad Pitt could kill. And
after our previous conversation after the show last week, you said that you were doing some research, and you had done some research on some important topics regarding Jodi Arias. Is that correct?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did do some research, and it led me to see down into the hole.
Let you see the whole truth.
The whole truth. That's a fact.
And you'll find out what that means when we do a Jodi Arias episode. Taylor has a fun news story that she literally flew into the room where I was sitting at my desk, and she goes, "I have a story and you can't steal it."
Oh.
And I went, "Okay, what is it?" And she told me, and it's this.
So there was a hot sauce spill in Ohio.
Oh!
Tragedy.
Where they leaked 40,000 pounds of Frank's Red Hot sauce
40,000 pounds?
Wow.
all over the freeway.
Wow.
Wasn't necessarily like an accident, but apparently the BST&G Fire District said that crews responded on June 30th after receiving reports of a semi-truck leaking an unidentified red liquid along the interstate. And that mystery fluid turned out to be just a trailer full of 40,000 pounds of Frank's Red Hot Sauce leaking all over.
Where was this again?
Ohio.
Oh, well, let me just say this. Ohio can use a little bit of seasoning, so I don't think it hurt them at all.
Yeah. They did not wash the hot sauce off the freeway, by the way, because it's so acidic. They worry about the storm drains and getting into nearby waterways. Mm-hmm. So they just left. They used containment pools.
Okay.
And hazardous materials equipment.
Okay. So long as they don't rebottle the sauce, that's all that I care about.
Well,
I'm just imagining.
Yeah.
It makes it spicy.
Rolling up, and he's like, "Hazmat one on scene. We have a looks like a semi truck leaking unknown substance." And comes up and he wipes it, and he's like, "Oh my god, call everybody."
Frank's was not lying when they said that they put that shit on everything.
But on the road.
Now it's on the freeway.
Yeah.
Oh, dead ass truth.
It's like I think of like the Ninja Turtles thing or something. Where it's like radioactive material getting into like the sewers and like turns them into giant turtles.
Yeah.
It's this, but the fish are just like fucking spicy, fucking hot, fucking hot out here, guys.
Yeah,
all it did was actually just irritate the entire raccoon population's eyes because they like to touch. And they go, "What's that? What's that? Touch."
They do.
My thoughts on the matter is that I just like imagine the crocodile from The Princess and the Frog and like the Zatarans, man, to just show up and like make a Creole bowl or something. And I do condone that. I think that'd be a really, really tasty get together for sure.
I agree. Yeah. Now, Bill, you also had another story that we were talking about just briefly about the New York City high rise that's currently buckling.
Yeah. My response to the matter was asking, did jet fuel weaken those steel beams? It's never too early, and it's definitely not too late to forget that someone should have worked on that building so they didn't get into that predicament.
Well, what can you do?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Yeah, I like how they did a press conference and they're like, "What's the plan for the building?" And they're like, "We put up sensors to see if it's gonna fall more." And they're like, "Is it?" And they're like, "Mm-hmm." It's like, what after that? And they go, "I don't know.
That shit's gonna fall. Just don't get hit."
Get a fucking gonna do one of those little sidestep action.
Granted, I don't think they were planning on that building falling the way it is.
I think Mr. Mamdani needs to just reach out to my boy Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, or Miles Morales, and they'll come together and fix a solution for that.
Now, Bill, I don't know how to tell you this.
Don't. Let me believe Santa Claus is real.
Fine. Speaking of believing Santa Claus is real, Taylor, you have a fantastical story for us.
I do.
Oh, fantastical.
I do.
How fantastic.
It's pretty great.
Okay.
Does anyone know anything about Nahanni National Park up in Canada?
No.
Yes, I do. Only because I asked about it when you were writing the episode.
You only know one little snippet, but
that's it. Yeah.
Are we ready to get into it?
I'm ready to get into it.
All right. So Nahanni National Park is one of Canada's very historied parks. It resides in the Deco region of the Northwest Territories. So up kind of towards like BC before you get to the Yukon.
Yeah.
So the centerpiece of the park is the South Nahanni River, 4 noteworthy canyons called First, Second, Third, and Fourth Canyon.
Okay, that's very direct.
They were not playing around with names. They said that's first one, second one, third one, fourth one. We did it.
Don't mix it up.
Those line a whitewater river.
Okay.
And each canyon has walls reaching some 3,300 feet in height.
Oh, okay.
So massive.
Massive elevation.
3,300 feet. That's like more than 3,200 feet.
Sure is.
Wow.
That's half a mile in the air.
How many football fields is that?
At least 2.
Come on, man.
I don't measure things in football fields.
Yeah, we also don't measure with the metric system because we're goddamn Americans.
I don't know. I know it's 1,000 meters tall, so however many football fields that is.
That is a kilometer. That proves my point.
They said how many? 3,400 feet?
33?
3,300 feet. Okay. Sorry, I just gotta do math. It's like 9 football fields.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
I thought a football field. I know it. I know, guys. This is gonna look real fucking dumb, but I was under the impression that a football field was 1,500 feet. That's
Not quite.
not correct. That'd be a very big football field.
I don't know where you're getting that number from.
I don't know. I legitimate I guess like the glory days had me thinking like, you know, that Hail Mary pass, he was running for 5 minutes and then he got across the line there. Like I don't know. I just legit thought
I
that.
thought you were making a bit.
Well,
You were not.
I was not. Most of my bits are real life. I'm just that dumb.
So this park is also inscribed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO, which was actually one of the first 4 to be done so. So
Okay.
very well protected park. However, the phenomenal views, unique cave systems, and vast protected status are not why we're talking about this park.
Right.
We're not a national park podcast.
National Park Podcast.
We could be, but we're not.
I've been thinking about it. We're gonna change Haunts, Graves, and Omens to
Caves, hikes, and
caves, hikes, and holes. Yeah.
You can't escape the holes. You just can't. That's how we draw people
And they're gonna be
in.
like, "Isn't a cave just a hole?" I'm gonna say that's where you're fucking wrong.
Let's go plunge this cave.
You are technically right, but you're wrong.
So, Bill, I want you to guess what this park is also referred to as.
Not gonna ask me.
No, because I told you.
Oh, right.
So, this is a cave that's in British Columbia.
Well, this is a whole national park.
A whole
massive
dude.
national park.
I got hung up on the fucking holes. I always do. The national park.
What else is it referred to as?
Pick me, teacher. I know. Pick me.
I was gonna say probably like the hideaway in the hills or something like that.
Oh, that sounds so much more peaceful.
Okay.
This park is often referred to as
The Valley of Hanged Men, Dead Men,
Headless Men.
Headless Men.
The Valley of Headless Men.
I
Yes.
know. It sounds relaxing.
That
sounds super inviting, right?
Again, that sounds like a dope fucking band name. Like that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's also known as Headless Valley. So
Headless Valley.
you know, I think I want to go spend a
Watch your neck.
week there and just see what happens.
What's the percentage rate of headless occurrences to visits? That's the stats I need to know.
We're going to talk about it.
All right.
Man, it's crazy that you asked that, Bill. We have a whole podcast dedicated to it.
Oh my
This
goodness.
isn't the end of it, guys. We're only 15 minutes in. Did you think that was it? I was just going to be like, this is, listen to this cool name. And
No.
Dip.
No, never. We never mind. Never mind.
We're gonna do a whole episode where just talk about national parks or really cool names. We're never gonna just acknowledge
Never
what it's
dive
about.
into it.
We're gonna
just
tease you.
Yeah, this is called the Slimy Hole National Park. Anyway, this next one, it's like, whoa, back up.
So before we get into the mysteries of the Headless Valley, we can kind of talk about some of the history before. The Dene people, who are the local indigenous population, and their ancestors have used the lands in and around Nahanni National Park Reserve for upwards of 10,000 years.
Oh.
They've been there a long time. There is very rich and interesting history hidden in oral accounts passed down through generations and further supported and decoded using archaeological evidence. Prior to European exposure, the Dene people were highly mobile around the H.G.O region. I think I'm saying that right.
I trust
Sorry
you.
if I'm not. Trying. They subsisted mainly on hunting, fishing, and trapping using tools, as most of the tribes did. Their lives engaged and intertwined completely with nature, following migratory patterns of animals. Men were mainly hunters. Women were homemakers. Overall, like, when you think of like an indigenous tribe, it's kind of like what they did.
Yeah.
But along with the more peaceful Dene, there's oral history containing references to the Naha tribe, which were a mountain-dwelling people who used to viciously raid settlements in the adjacent lowlands, often claiming the heads of the victims to their raids.
Oh. Okay.
So, not super fun.
No.
When the Dene in the valley decided to finally strike back, they sent scouts to find the Naha settlement in the mountains, the current national park. And they found it by going through Horseshoe Canyon nearby. And it was secluded, difficult. It was a very secluded, difficult area to get to. And the Dene returned home, fetched their warriors, and laid in wait until nightfall to prepare their attack. In the middle of the night, they surrounded the Naha settlement on all sides, sneaking closer and getting ready to attack. And once they were right alongside the teepees, they hurriedly threw open tent flaps, weapons at the ready, and no one was there.
Oh. There might have been a spy.
So it was completely silent. There were fires smoldering, sleeping bags laid out, but there wasn't a single person around.
Ooh.
They, all in all, just kind of vanished out of that area.
Okay.
With that being said, there was some word that kind of had spread that from the far south that a group of people had suddenly appeared and started living down there. There's some similarities between the local Dene dialects and Navajo language in the southern United States that speculates that maybe the Navajo are the descendants of the Naha. But it is very, very odd that they were like, all right, guys, we're going to go attack this night. And then they gone.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
That is pretty weird.
It was pretty odd.
Awfully convenient, would you say?
Yes. That would keep them alive.
Maybe they're just wearing a cool hat and they're like, nah, never heard of them. Try that TP. And they all turn and they're like, let's get the fuck out of here. That's crazy, though, that they're cutting their enemies' heads off. What are they doing with them?
I mean, it was used as like a trophy.
Oh, that's
essentially
fucking awesome, dude.
That's what a lot of the tribes who were more aggressive and would take the heads of their victims.
Yeah.
It was a trophy.
It makes me wonder what's going on in their longhouses. Like, man, that's gotta be real crazy. And I only say that. Because from what I remember growing up in Seattle and the greater area of Cascadia is that the use of the redwoods, they would make the longsouses. That was a distinctive thing. And so I just wonder what might have been going on.
Oh. Sorry.
Your loud ass drink. I mean, I could just do a little ASMR. Just...
Good news, my ice is almost fully melted. So
every time that Taylor's ice comes up, me and Bill will look.
I'm sorry that I wanted an ice beverage.
Just a little indigestion.
Sorry.
I'm kind of hungry.
My fucking belly button's coming out of my ass.
Your belly button's coming out of your ass?
What?
God
Can we
damn.
continue on with the story?
Oh my God.
So When British writer and explorer Raymond Patterson had set out to the Nahanni region from Fort Smith in 1927, he'd actually received a piece of advice. According to Neil Hartling in his book, Nahanni, River of Gold, River of Dreams, quote, "Men vanish in that country, and down the river, they say it's a damn good country to stay out of."
Wow. That, like, I just like that as a slogan, too.
So that was in 1927, but in the years before that had followed the Klondike discovery of 1896, prospectors continued to push north and west across the subarctic interior in search of more like untapped ground. They figured that there must be gold everywhere.
There's gold in them hills.
Pretty much. And so what it had began as a stampede towards Bonanza Creek had within a decade become a wider pattern of movement, one that had spread from Dawson across the Yukon and deep into the Mackenzie Mountains of the Northwest Territories. Mm-hmm. Despite the collapse of most major rushes by the early 1900s, the belief that a new field lay just beyond the bend was still pulling men into country that few maps had really ever described, and a lot of them didn't come back from. The main thing about this national park is it is massive and it is remote.
Okay.
You have to come in by boat or plane.
Okay, yep.
So you're not just driving and doing like a day trip. You're in there.
You're committing to it. Gotcha.
And from what I was reading, there were a lot of people who, like, they would be there for a week, week plus, and they would see maybe 5 other groups of people that entire time. Like, this park is massive, and it's incredibly remote. Mm-hmm. So imagine that before, like, the 1900s.
Yeah, before modern transportation.
Yeah. So, like, it's a pretty crazy place.
I mean, I'm definitely not going to keep prospectors out. I mean, back in the day, dude,
no.
You could just have a whole, you could go up to a prospector and be like, there's gold over there. And he's like, oh, you mean in Spider Dynamite Cave? I'll go in there. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's full of spiders with dynamite. Who would have known? And then they die by getting crushed by like a 5,000-pound rock. And they're like, oh, shit. I guess it's called getting crushed by Giant Rock's cave now. And they're like, I bet there's still gold in here. And that's all they do.
Pretty much. Like,
it has the worst names, too. It's always the Valley of Headless Men. They're like, that sounds great. Let's go out there. Let's see what happens.
Why is it, as you were saying that, Spider Dynamite, I was like thinking of like, oh yeah, and then Jack Black and Jason Momoa are going to show up, and it's the Minecraft movie.
The Minecraft movie, but they all contract a horrific disease and then die in a mining disaster.
Yes, this is not a kid's movie.
This is the real Minecraft movie.
Oh, yeah.
So between the frontier towns of northern Alberta and the trading posts of the Yukon River, the region's rivers were the only like real way of passage. Among them, the South Nahanni stood apart. It, again, remote, difficult, and pretty untraveled by outsiders. It wound through sheer limestone canyons that dropped without warning into 100-foot cuts. Its water was fed by unpredictable tributaries, hidden hot springs, and a fast spring runoff. Overall, not a great place to be going.
That definitely seems like...
Does that sound correct?
Yeah.
In that assumption?
Taylor, all I'm saying is we never went on a honeymoon.
You want to go to Nahanni?
We could go to the Valley of Headless Men.
We could, but do you want to kayak all the way back to the nearest civilization?
Now that you say that sounds like physical exercise, and I don't want to do that.
I'll report back to you guys how it goes.
He's going out by plane. We know this.
Glamper over here. No, I love camping. I really do. I want to get that on the record.
Just like now for the HGO correspondent Bill Bernard, you're like, there's fucking ghosts in the woods. It's like there's no gold. I didn't see anything.
I have seen so many fucking polar bears trying to eat me alive.
So guides from Fort Lilliard and Fort Simpson knew to avoid it in high water.
I had to get one in when I was mid hitting that vape.
Surveyors described this as impassable. Like,
Okay. Can't get there.
but for the men carrying pans and rifles and looking for treasures undiscovered, those warnings only reinforce the possibility that there's something valuable up there.
Well, they wouldn't put all the trees in the way if there wasn't gold in them hills.
Like they were determined. They figured there has to be something.
See this hole? It's called Tom Fell Down Cave. Look, why is it called that? Bye, Tom.
Oh, damn.
See, Tom Fell Down Cave.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that tracks.
That's what he did after
He's getting
Facebook.
trapped in a cave. They're like, want the good news or bad news? It's like, good news. Well, the good news is that we get to name a cave after you. Anyways, bye. Yeah, they just didn't give a shit. They trudged right through.
No, and you were dealing with a lot of people who, if they suspected that you had found gold, they would kill you.
Oh yeah.
It was a very like
You son of a bitch. That's
like
my
they
goal.
were there was always someone who was more hungry for gold than you were. Like it happened all the time in California where like someone
California,
would find
Nevada, American Southwest.
yeah, like they would find gold, someone would come up right behind them, shoot them in the back of the head, take their gold. Like that was common then. That didn't change in Canada. They weren't as nice then as they are now.
They weren't just like, oh, sorry, bud. You know,
Yeah, no.
Don't you
They're-
know?
instead they were going back and they were shooting them and they'd be like, I got your gold now. Wait a second. This is chocolate? What the hell?
So, by the first years of the 20th century, the Nahanni had become something more than just a blank on a map. It had become a rumor. There were stories passed along rail depots, trap lines, and saloons that told of an easier approach to the Yukon fields of side valleys with color showing in the gravel, of gold found in places with no claims staked. Whether those stories began as like an invention or half-truths mistaken for leads, they brought men from all over with just enough conviction to brave the water, the isolation, and the distance between departure and return. Drawn into that rumor-fed current were Frank and Willie McLeod. They were two brothers of mixed Indigenous and European descent. They were raised along the Lillard River with knowledge of trade routes, terrain, and survival that northern travel demanded. By the time they launched their first investigation into the Nahanni, in 1904, they were seasoned bushmen equipped with local horses, rivercraft, and enough supplies to carry them through a summer's worth of searching.
Those boys knew how to get through bush.
Hey.
Get that out.
Axed.
This is not the first time that you're going to hear the word bush. And
Oh, man.
So, get it out now because it's going to pop up again, I'm sure.
I was
That was like I had one brewer that I just like, never mind, dude.
I was gonna say, man, I miss Bush nowadays.
So, through few details that were ever recorded from that first journey, their return, they did make it back this first time,
Okay.
left little doubt that they believed that they had found something, or perhaps even more than they let on. Whether they brought back proof or simply the kind of conviction gold tends to leave behind, their decision to go back the following year suggested that whatever was upriver had not finished with them.
Oh.
So, they go in 1904, they get there, they make it, they come back, and they're like, there's fucking gold up there. We're going back the next year.
Going back, all right.
So, hence the following summer, they set out again, joined this time. He's known as Weir, but they think his name is Robert Weir. He was a engineer. Granted, there's a little fuzzy detail there, but from what I could tell, his name was Robert Weir. He was I want to say German engineer, but that's also not confirmed.
Robin Weir,
Oh my God.
German engineer.
Old man got so many trees.
So from the banks of the Liard, the three men disappeared upriver without ceremony, bound, once again, for Dead Man Valley.
Cool.
Dead Man Valley. Come to a theater near
Because
you.
that's kind of
to
what they
summer
called
director
it
The
back
Conjuring.
in the 1900s, was early 1900s, was Dead Man Valley.
Okay.
That's cool. So they knew it was called that. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, we got to go there.
Yeah.
It's the place to go to.
Great.
So by midsummer of 1905, they set out that second time, and it was just three men and a string of pack horses following the water west. Weeks had slipped into months without word. No messages came downriver that fall, no sightings were made through the winter, and nothing had surfaced the following spring to show that they had made it beyond the lower gorge. At first, their absence kind of passed without alarm. Long silences were pretty typical in the wilderness, but by second winter, even the trappers and traders who knew the country began to get a little worried.
It's been like 2 fucking years almost.
Yeah, they're at about a year and a half at this point.
And they're like, did we check on those guys? You know, like,
So,
like just sitting there, like smoking your corn cob pipe, like, oh shit. Just remember we left those guys in the woods. Oh shit. Should we mail someone? I don't know what to do.
Hey, Fred, you remember those like guys that were like out in the woods? Like,
they're supposed to come back in the fall, right?
Yeah, like whatever happened to those guys?
Did you help them?
Guys in the woods. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, we fucked up. We were supposed to go out there.
Oh no.
Oh, dude, I got super distracted. I've been really into this new game. It's called Stick and Hoop.
Oh, stick
Have you
in
played
a
that? Have you
hoop.
played that?
Dude, I've heard it sticks, and I've heard there's a hoop.
Dude, get it like a hoop with a stick, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. If you get the DLC though, then you get one where it's a better stick.
Oh shit! I thought it was ball in a cup. I thought you got that.
No, ball in a cup. It's same.
Oh, dude,
same
that
developer.
shit's paywalled.
Yeah,
that shit's
yeah,
paywalled.
yeah. Well, it's pay to win.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Fucking balls and cups, man. What are they gonna cup up with next?
I know. Yeah, we should really go get those guys before they die.
Oh yeah.
So, back in the Mackenzie district, their younger brother Charlie had been freighting between Fort Liard and Fort Simpson.
Is it Fort Laird?
Laird? I don't know. Laird.
It's spelled like liar, but with D at the end.
Yeah.
Laird.
Not a truther.
So, when
Laird Social.
another summer came with no word,
Man,
Like 2 years.
this is their second year.
give up. They're dead.
So this had been no word from them. So Charlie actually organized a small search party with help from the local Dennet guides familiar with the upper river. Long Trail had since vanished, erased by flood and regrowth, but what was remembered of their route led them to the upper reaches of the gorge and west along the banks above Second Canyon. Somewhere beyond a bend in the river at the edge of a clearing worn into a slope by weather and game, searchers came upon a collapsed shelter built into a shallow cut above waterline. Its canvas had been torn through, its frame was broken, and its contents scattered in the dust between what remained of a fire pit and the trees that boxed the site in. Now we get into it. There were 2 skeletons that lay near the ash, one sprawled with a rifle rusted into the dirt beside him, and the other half curled beneath a rotted blanket that had sunk into the soil. Both of them had been reduced to bone and weathered beyond recognition, and neither with their heads.
Oh,
Okay.
Both of their heads were gone. No bones were found beyond the camp perimeter, no gravesite marked the edge of the clearing, and no sign suggested that either man had tried to flee.
heads don't do that.
fucking vanish? Usually not.
They're not like the spaghetti ball that falls off.
Now, guys, I don't know how to say this, but I think my honest opinion of what happened,
Yeah.
I think the horse shot him for gold.
Now, remember, there were 3 men that left. 2 have been found.
Oh.
You're telling me that one guy was colluding with the horses to shoot those 2 guys to steal the
Collusion. Collusion.
Oh,
I'm guessing by your reaction that's not it.
so
treating me like an idiot for knowing the truth.
no, I'm not saying that.
I'm registered to vote. Isn't that cool?
So of the third member of the expedition, nothing had been recovered, not a tool, not a scrap of clothing, not even as much as like a trail leading out from the site that might have explained when he had left or whether he had ever remained there long enough to witness what had happened. Identification came only through what the river had failed to claim, which was a stamped belt buckle buried in the silt beneath the fire pit, a cooking tin marked by hand along the rim, and the frame of a rucksack that Charlie recognized from the outfitting he had helped prepare at this point 3 years earlier.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
3 years later, they come looking.
Yeah, so like they came back that 1 year and then they prepared, left. Now 2 years later they're finding him. So like,
oh my God. So 2, yeah, dude.
2 fucking years. This guy.
Dude, I can't remember what the fuck I ate like 2 days ago. How do you guys remember the rucksack? It must have just been a really exciting time. They're like, man, that's a neat bag. Commit that to memory forever.
So go ahead.
No. I was gonna say, I live in Portland. If I don't hear from you after 3 months, that might be the last I hear from you, let alone 3 years. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Different times.
Very,
You know?
very much so. Very much so.
Just, you can't just hit them with a text, be like, you up?
You up right now?
And then do like a head with like a cross out. They're like, time to start walking, I guess.
So the heads were actually never recovered.
Okay.
They never found the heads.
So
there
they
was
weren't snatched, technically.
Telling
don't-
you, the
they don't
horses
know.
stole them.
Okay.
They don't. There's not a lot known. The men went out on adventure. 2 years later, they're found without their heads and decomposing into the ground.
Guys, I want to see your head collection. Show me your heads.
I have a couple heads upstairs.
You have a couple of heads upstairs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Animal heads.
Animal heads. Oh,
Yeah.
those don't count.
I got a 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, we got another one of those beaver skulls.
Oh,
Yeah, we have a
skulls.
beaver up there.
Got a beaver up there. Got a beaver upstairs.
Oh, yeah. You got go Corvallis. Yeah.
What else do on top, baby? Go
So,
Cougs.
so there were no journal or record ever found, and whether they had reached the source that they believed lay hidden in the valley was unknowable as to what had stopped them. Whatever had drawn them back into the Nahanni left no claim, no direction, and no answer. Just a burned out camp, 2 headless bodies, and silence.
Wow.
All I'm saying is, how do we know the heads didn't do that on their own?
Just vanish.
Yeah.
Heads don't do that.
Remains to be seen, Tay.
I don't know.
If JF Hayes head can just do that on its own, then these heads can grow off on their own. Also, what would their journal be? Gonna get my head cut off, LOL. On that.
Real shit, that penmanship.
Well,
would
they
be
actually, they
terrible.
never found any journal or record at all.
Should be terrible. They didn't have anything.
No.
That-
No journal, no record, nothing that said why they went back towards their camp. There was nothing. Because in theory, they'd have a journal and they'd be like, this drew us back to this area, right? They're fucking log shit. Because that was just the time.
Yeah. Saw a clutch of beavers. What's a group of beavers called?
I don't know.
A bunk? A bunk of beavers? Oh my god! Oh my god!
I like a bunk of beavers. That's
Saw a bunk of beavers. Must return to hut and then lose our heads, then die. And
but like,
bunk of beavers.
I like that. I like that. I don't know what they're actually called, but I think we should petition for it to be a bunk of beavers.
The journal entry would be: fell off of body, rolled around, shit sucked, pick me up and put me back on body, please.
It's called a colony or a family. A bunk is way better.
A bunk is so much
A
better.
colony or a family of beavers? That's like the most politically correct term for an animal I've ever heard. I love a bunk of beavers. Like there's,
I think that's what we need to call it now.
that's what it is. That's what we got.
So, in the years that followed, the story of the McLeods spread quickly through the northern camps. Word of the Headless Brothers carried down the Mackenzie and across the Yukon, retold in saloons and supply lines until the details began to shift. Some had said that they found a rich vein before they died, others that Weir had escaped with their gold and disappeared into the coast. And from those retellings grew the legend of the Lost McLeod Mine, which is a strike said to lie somewhere beyond the Second Canyon, sealed by the same forces that had taken its discoverers.
Ooh.
So, who knows what actually happened? Who knows if they found anything?
Mm-hmm.
What we do know is they lost their heads. That's it.
I think it was a love plot between the German guy and the horses, and they colluded to kill those two men to steal their heads.
Oh.
You know, some people go out to the great beyond to find some gold. I go out to find some head.
You do now.
Well,
Is that why you're not allowed to be in the petting zoo anymore?
no comment.
So,
Do comment.
by the next decade, prospectors were pushing into the Nahanni in search of it. And though few returned with more than stories, what they left behind only deepened the valley's reputation. In 1917, a Swiss prospector named Martin Jorgensen was found near the Flat River. His cabin had been burned to its foundation, rifle cocked among the ashes, beside a headless skeleton. Only weeks earlier, he had claimed to his friends that he had struck it rich, yet none of his gold was ever recovered. A decade later, there was another prospector. His name was Yukon Fisher, and he was a fugitive that had taken refuge in the valley after fleeing an assault charge in the Yukon. And he was discovered in 1927, where the RCMP had reached his camp, and his body lay headless beside his burned-out shelter. His rifle had been warped from heat, and like Jorgensen before him, he had been spending gold freely in the weeks leading up to his death. And the source of that gold was never traced. And disappearances become as much a feature in the Nahanni as its canyons.
Oh, okay.
So, that's pretty weird. Two people who are like, struck it rich, I got gold, I'm spending gold, fucking headless next to burned out shelters. What do we think?
I think it's the horse.
Do you think it's just a coincidence?
I think it's the horse.
You think it's horse?
What, Bill? Why'd you say it like that? Oh, you think it's horse? Yes, Bill. I think it's horse.
I do think that like that's a derogatory term. You know,
Me like an idiot, Bill.
He's a real clopper, a real clove hoof. No, my no,
Real
my
bunk of horses.
my thought is that let's dial it back a little bit to those mountain dwelling native peoples.
Yes.
I feel like it is a common trait to do nefarious acts and blame it on somebody else. So I think somebody was trying to make it look like they were attacked by Native Americans when they were real life like, hey, this dude's got some gold. Let me snatch that shit up. And so they fucking murk them, and then they blame it on them. That's what I think.
You know what, Bill? I agree. I think that my actual answer is that. Where I think it's because, I mean, especially if a dude's going out there and he's like, I got all this gold. I got all this gold in them hills. And someone just follows him back out there.
Someone gets the Glocky, and then they put the fucking hoodie on, and they're like, run me that shit right now, dog.
Now,
Go run your pockets, bitch.
you have to think this is also 1917, and then a decade later in 1927.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in theory,
it's
likely not the same person.
Okay, so...
Because so 1905, we have the two campers, the two prospectors, the bushmen, if you will.
The bushmen, yes.
Oh, yes.
I will. Thank you.
In 1905, and then you have in 1917, and then 1927... If you go off the median age of like 30,
There's
25. We'll go 25
vitality there.
Like it's not likely to be the same person.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Probably not.
If you think of like the average bushman being like fucking 25.
Sure.
Say they do the first one
Old
at
age,
25.
yeah, old age, 25.
In that time? A little bit. Yeah. I don't actually know how old the two bushmen were. I don't know how old the Swiss prospector was or how old Yukon was, but you say roughly 25. They kill the first person in 1905, and then you've got 12 years later, 35, and then 45. Maybe, but likely?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
They got good at killing by that age.
We also have in 1926 in the Flat River country, there is Annie Laferte, who was a niece of Miss Fields, and she, while on a hunting party with the Fields in 1926, disappeared into the bush. Months later, a native named Big Charlie spoke about he saw her climbing a hill nearly naked.
Oh.
Like, totally out of it.
Yeah.
He had concluded that the devil had got her, and he refused to follow.
Naturally.
I don't disagree with that option, Mr. Big Charlie.
Big Charlie.
I think that was a valid...
That's what I'm going to start calling Charlie Haggard. Big Charlie.
I think that's valid.
Yeah.
You fucking see a woman climbing up a hill, basically naked, out of her mind. I don't know that I'm following.
Yeah, I mean...
nowadays, I'd call someone.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I'm following that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that... I gotta climb up a big hill, like...
No level of desperation is ever going to drive a man to pursue that. And if you do, I mean, whatever happens to you is what's going to happen to you. That's for sure.
So then we also have 5 years later. So this is now 1931.
Okay.
Miner Phil Powers had his... Oh, wait, so this is so 1931. Phil Powers and his charred bones were found in the ashes of his cabin on the Flat River. Have never really been... They say they've been explained. I don't know how much I believe it. The RCMP investigated his death and blamed a faulty stovepipe for burning down the cabin and cremating Powers. But prospectors have been quick to point out several flaws in the theory. In the first place, Powers was an experienced prospector who, in common with all sourdoughs, that's a name, built his cabin so there was plenty of room for the stovepipe to go through the roof without touching the timbers.
I love me a good sourdough.
That's what they call. That's what they call them. I guess. I don't know. I was like, I don't understand this, but maybe somebody else does. I don't know nothing about mining, prospecting, nothing.
All I know is bread.
Bread.
All I know is that they call him a sourdough. I don't know. Maybe he's sour. I don't know.
That'd be a sour puss.
So, further, if the pipe had ignited the roof and caused it to cave in, the poles and dirt would fall inside the cabin, helping to extinguish the fire and leaving several charred logs. However, the fire that destroyed Powers' cabin was so intensely hot that it left only the body, or only the bottom log and very little of Powers himself.
Ooh.
Moreover, Powers' cache was untouched, except that he had cans of gasoline which were needed for his powerboat, and those were empty.
Cool. Okay.
I was gonna say, because like as someone who's worked in cremation services, I know a little bit about fire.
It's a hot fire.
Yeah, because the first thing I
Hot
thought
fire.
of when you're like, it burned it all the way down to the ground, and I
Yeah.
was like, completely, the bottom log especially, and I was like, it sounds like an accelerant was used.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
like that doesn't scream like a faulty stovepipe to me.
No.
But that's what the RCMP said. They were like, it was a faulty stovepipe. That's what caused his house to burn down. It's like,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It actually has been suggested that somebody standing outside the window had shot Powers as he lay on his bunk and then burned the cabin down.
Ooh.
I don't know if
Murder.
he pissed someone off. I don't know. Like his gold was untouched. They didn't go for his anything other than the cans of gasoline.
Well, someone definitely touched that gold after he was dead. I guarantee you that.
Probably RCMP.
That's right, RCMP, we're coming for you. We fucking know you're involved. It's all about the deep collusion,
Inside
the
plot.
mystery inside the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
How do you think they got that red?
The blood of prospectors. Who's a prospector?
Yeah.
He was a
Blood of
minor.
okay.
Stealing that
Tomato
gold.
fucking tomato.
Fucking
He's a
tomatoes.
prospector for the ground. Prospector for the holes.
Oh, dude, those holes. Let me tell you.
Spider Dynamite Cave. Let's go.
So then you also have Bill Epierre and his partner Joe Mulholland, who disappeared on the Nahanni River in 1936. Another partner of Mulholland spent years searching for them without success, and all he found was their burned cabin on Glacier Lake, which is about 100 miles above Virginia Falls. It's possible that they had went through thin ice on their way back to the post of the river's mouth in late spring, but nobody really knows.
Okay.
So, like, I'm just gonna say, shit's a little wonky.
Yeah.
Shit's a little weird.
It's starting to sound like it. If there is not a common cause and there isn't someone who is doing this, a string of coincidence starts to arouse suspicion when it just doesn't feel like a coincidence.
Like, and the other weird thing, so like there's fucking cryptozoologists and people who speculate because it's so remote.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, maybe there's a fuck ton of Bigfoot up there.
Oh, biggies.
Well, I
Do you
mean,
think
that would
Bigfoot's
be
lighting
the
their houses
area.
on fire?
Huh?
Do you think Bigfoot's lighting their houses on fire?
I mean, maybe.
What's a plural for Bigfoot?
Big Fi.
Big feet.
A bunk of Bigfoot?
A bunk of Bigfoot.
Yes.
I was gonna say like sweet feet or like sweat foot or something. I don't know.
Big feet.
Big.
I think it is big feet.
I think technically it is.
Also, I love, like, as someone who is part of the paranormal space, I love cryptozoologists because, like, cryptozoology, it is either one way or the other, where it comes to a person, and they'll be like, looking at the evidence I have, I believe that there's a high likelihood and possibility that there is a bunk of Bigfoot, in this region that may or may not be assaulting people. And then other cryptozoologists are like, I think
you're fucking stupid.
I think you're stupid. I think the rocks are coming alive and they're fucking eating people's heads.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
I
rocks,
could be
man.
a cryptozoologist.
Iraq and Iran.
And one day I will.
So there was also in 1945, this is another story that had taken hold of a decapitated miner whose skull had been set beside him on a rock. That one was later proven false, but the damage to the fucking valley is already very strong with how many people disappear and end up missing their heads and have their cabins burned down.
All right, so some quick tips from H.G.O. If you're planning to go to the Valley of Headless Men, don't build a cabin, don't look for gold.
Don't have a head.
Don't have a head.
Don't have a head.
Yeah. No, your packing
Get some head.
Your packing list, if you're planning to bring a head, don't.
Don't have a head. Like, take yours off. Leave it at home.
Leave it at home.
Do you like the way your skin feels on your body? You don't. Why don't you take it off? Take it off.
Take off your fucking skin.
Give yourself a circumcision in.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Get off topic.
Skin.
Take your skin off.
Oh.
Brought to you by Dove.
Thank you. That sponsor will not sponsor us ever.
No. So there are numerous other reports from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police that confirm similar deaths, and a good number of people have just vanished without a trace while being in the park. But that's not too terribly uncommon for the fact of it's such a massive national park. Weird shit happens in national parks all the time.
All the time.
Does not ever stop. There's also a string of unexplained plane crashes in the nearby mountain range with the ominous name of the Funeral Range, so that's a good place to fly over.
I miss you, Grandma.
She was 92 years old, completely blind and deaf, but goddamn, she'll know how to fly a good plane. Until she didn't.
So this range sits guard over the equally foreboding rapids known as Hell's Gate. So
cool.
There's
Is
so
Gordon
much.
Ramsay there?
There is a lot of really bad names for this park.
Okay.
It kind of further solidifies the Nahanni Valley's image as just a place shrouded in mystery and danger. And it's the third canyon that runs through the Funeral Range.
Okay.
So, in 1962, there was a plane crash that involved Angus Blake Mackenzie. He was a plane crash survivor and who was the sole pilot and passenger in Canadian registered aircraft CFFYN. And despite his strength, good health, and access to food, he vanished.
Oh.
Near a river.
Great.
His journal entries for 42 days after the crash showed that he was doing well, but then he abruptly stopped, which left his fate left unknown.
Ooh.
They don't know where he went. And then the second incident involving a plane crash was with a prospector called Hudson, who was discovered near the wreckage, and then the pilot and two other passengers were completely missing. So it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
I definitely think so.
Is everyone wanting to go to Nahanni?
Yes.
I mean, I want to go there. I want to go there to earn my stripes for sure. But I definitely feel like that's a place that tests you. And if you're not prepared to be tested, then you're probably going to fail the exam.
Probably. Yeah. So this whole area, since the first Dene people had settled there 10,000 years ago, there's been lore of hidden tropical gardens, like
Ooh. The Garden of Eden.
kind like that, or even the one in South America. I can't remember
Oh,
the name of.
wow, the eternal forest. It's not that. The Fountain of Youth. Fountain of
Yeah,
Youth.
like the Fountain of Youth, like
Yeah.
these like luscious tropical gardens.
Yeah.
That just are, they're kind of a common folklore, but that was one of the lore that has been passed down. There's talk of mythical creatures and spirits hiding in the park's hot springs and tufa mounds abound. Quote, I once heard of a Deco chief tell stories of an ancient giant of Rabbit Kettle Hot Springs who would cook his food in the springs. Maybe that's just a Bigfoot. Maybe it's an actual giant. I don't know. They don't really say. They just, it's a giant cooking his food in a hot spring. And that comes from Joel Hibbard, who is owner of Nahanni Wild. And so they really don't know whether giants roam the park or not. The hot springs do hold special cultural significance for the Deco, who leave offerings like tobacco at the springs for good luck. It's said if the springs are full, it's an auspicious sign. But again, this place is just very odd. Beginning even in the 19th century, bush pilots, prospectors, and indigenous Deco groups reported observing unusual, unexplainable lights and flying objects traversing the rugged canyons and river valleys. It wouldn't be an episode if there wasn't an alien mentioned.
You are the alien lady.
Yeah.
You love to see it. You really do.
Aliens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
Unless it brings up PTSD, then you don't want to see it. You want to avoid it.
So, and to this day, I mean, fringe bloggers obsessed with cryptids recount stories of Amphocyonidae, which were a predatory bear-dog hybrid that went extinct in the Pliocene period. They suspect that they prowl the valley, and as well as signs of Bigfoot activity in the area. They certain areas within Nahanni are closed to visitors because of sensitive ecosystems or cultural significance to the indigenous people. But some think that the restrictions are much more about containing the park's supernatural forces as they are about keeping people out.
Oh, goodness.
So,
That'd be like the Great Wall. It's not meant to keep people out. It's supposed to keep people in.
Yeah, I mean...
Except there's cryptids that rip your fucking head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't... yeah, I mean, it doesn't say how the heads came off.
It always makes me laugh when I see that meme where it's a difference between European cryptids and American cryptids, or like North American cryptids. Whereas the European cryptids, and it's like a gnome, and it's like, care for a cup of tea? And it's like, I will. And then it's just like an American holding a rifle, and it's like, I'm going to kill you, motherfucker. And it's like, I'm going to rip your fucking heart out your neck. And it's like, dude, American, like North American cryptids are different.
America,
Yeah.
a rough place.
Yeah.
Then we did the whole episode about Japanese folklore and cryptids, and they're like, a lot of bathroom ghosts.
Yeah, they have
Are they afraid to poop?
I think I'm going to take a gander there and say that's probably because there's a bunch of guys that are overworked and they just happen to want to catch a gander at things that they cannot experience because they're working day in, day out.
Great.
Yes, bathroom ghosts.
I did try. I could not find full stories or accounts of aerial phenomena. Again, in the 19th century, not a ton recorded.
Probably weird.
Woo.
Balls in the sky.
Yeah.
That's what I assume. It's like balls in the sky.
And
Of,
like
different lights that move at incredible speeds, and then I mean, there's no things of crafts.
yeah, like that's the thing is like they were reporting unexplainable lights and flying objects.
Yeah.
Which for the 18th century is kind of crazy. Like beginning or in the 19th century, so beginning of the 1800s.
Yeah. Not a lot of F-15s in around that time.
And I don't remember when the first plane was, but they didn't move very fast.
Fucking 1910. Well,
First plane
The Wright
in
brothers.
Canada. Go with the first
that
plane in
might be-
Canada too.
That might be a little bit later.
1903 was when the first successful flight took place.
Okay.
Wasn't that far off.
But beginning in the 1800s.
job, Fred. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes.
But beginning in the 1800s to be seeing like aerial phenomena and strange lights in the sky. It was a little too early.
Too early for that.
A little too early for planes.
Which is why I believe, close up, Bill, please. Listen. I believe that the aerial phenomena that we keep seeing and the U.S. government keeps coming in contact with and showing us videos of isn't a new phenomena. I know that for a fact. This has been happening for hundreds, if not thousands of years. They've been here, and they will always continue to be here, and eventually we'll see them up close.
I sure hope so. I sure hope.
I mean, even now there are people that claim to see aerial phenomena pretty frequently, and we're gonna talk about some of what some cryptozoologists think.
Okay.
Some cryptozoologists hypothesize that the park's deep caves and canyons conceal secret entrances to Hollow Earth,
Oh, yes. That's my favorite Earth.
from which these aerial phenomena originate.
Awesome.
I love Hollow Earth. The acoustics in there is great.
Some suspect that there's a thin veil in the area because of the strange lights and electromagnetic anomalies.
Sure.
Some folklore enthusiasts describe the valley as a thin spot where boundaries between dimensions are easily breached. And then other conspiracy theorists often point to the region as an undisturbed location for extraterrestrial bases, as speculating that the restricted or difficult to access zones are meant to contain them.
I mean, listen, if you're an extraterrestrial being and say you're not of this planet and you're traveling here to set a base, I'd probably set it up in a place where humans don't normally go.
Yeah, which is most of Nahanni.
Yeah, they're like Valley of Headless Men. Seems perfect.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
The Hollow Earth theory always makes me laugh a little bit, though.
No, it's great.
It's very funny. It's a little bit of a shorter episode just because there's only so much that I can dig up on Nahanni, but there's a lot of...
No ghosts or nothing?
I mean, there's probably ghosts, but there's a lot of information and not a lot of information at the same time. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Like there's all these accounts of, men becoming headless or cabins burning on fire. But when you start getting into the supernatural, it's there, but it's not a ton. And I think a lot of it has to do with it being such a remote location. Mm-hmm. You kind of can only find so much. Mm-hmm. And the RCMP is keeping the people down and keeping stories out.
It's because
What are you hiding, Canada?
It's because they're chopping off heads and stealing people's fucking gold.
Like it's a very interesting.
Been done saying that.
Very interesting park.
It's a very interesting park.
Do you have any thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think that initially those first two guys that got their heads cut off.
Yeah.
That might have been the Swiss guy.
The third guy.
Yeah.
Robert Weir.
And as much as I want to believe that it was maybe a rogue group of uncontacted Native American tribe that had been doing it previously with their enemies.
Yeah.
I think that the stories of that had just traveled.
Yeah.
And I think Bill's right on the money where it's just some guys like, couple guys coming it down. He's like, I got a bunch of gold. And they go and they
Yeah.
fucking cut his head off. I think that one dude just got murdered and they fucking lit his house on fire. But for all the
Because there were
unexplained light.
Yeah, well,
phenomena-
there were 3 burned cabins in total
Yeah.
of different people within the span of. I'm not trying to get a high five, thank you. Within the span of, like, thank you, Bubbles. Within the span of, what was it, like 30 years? There were, or like 20 something years, there was a span of like 3 burned down cabins.
Would it be unlikely for a guy to be existing out there that long doing that? No.
I don't actually know the average lifespan during the early 1900s.
I don't know.
Me neither.
But I think that as for the veil being thin and the unexplained light phenomena, it's probably just aliens.
Yeah, I mean, that one definitely just aliens. It's a very weird park in general, though.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of mystery behind it. And because it's so large and vastly untraveled, even now, like, it's not been fully explored.
Yeah, it's definitely odd. Bill, thoughts?
Well, I'll just tell you this: if aliens were there, they'd probably be like, "Wow, this place is really violent. I'm not trying to lose my head. I'm going to get the hell out of here." And I'd say, in general, you know, a place that starts on greed sometimes succumbs to it. And unless I heard like direct stories like of this year, last year, something to kind of catch us up to speed on like what the occurrences have been as of late on the multitude, I feel like it might have just had a rough pass.
Yeah.
And now it may just be like a rough ride. And if you cut it, then you cut it. But like, I don't think you have to worry about your head getting cut off. But you know, be careful and watch your head.
Well, because, like, there's theories of, like, that the prior tribe that had been there is still there, and that they just moved and found a different area. There's theories because the way that they vanished was a little mysterious. They don't really know what happened with them. Some think, you know, if they just vanished, maybe it's the, like, ghosts of the tribe, like, taking heads, or, like...
Yeah, it makes me think of, like, in Hawaii, talking about, like, the night marchers.
Yeah.
You know, where it was, like, the native population's spirits, you know, and it said that if you make eye contact with, or you look at them and they see you, then you're dead.
Yeah.
What, I don't know.
I mean, there's so many different, like, little variables, and I don't think we'll ever know, just because it's a fucking small little place. Not small little place. It's a tucked away place.
It's a very tucked away place. Definitely not small.
No, it's massive.
And if you're feeling massive, you can follow us on our socials at HGOPodcast, at HGOPodcast, and just about everything. You can send us your hate mail, your love mail, or your manifesto at HGOPodcast@gmail.com. I want to give some shout outs real quick to our top listeners in the United States. On top, baby, you know what's up. Singapore, Chechnya, and g'day, mate, Australia.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
Yes. And if you want to follow me on my socials, you can at I Hunt the Haunted on Instagram. And if you're in the general Pacific Northwest area, I'll be going out with GFL on some road dates. Come say what's up, and maybe I'll give you a cool HGO sticker if you're out there. And one more final shout out to our dear friends at Mausoleum PDX. They're great. If you love spooky stuff, they're the people to go visit. I'll pass it off today.
Hello, you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Lunar Thrill. That's all I got. That's all I'm on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything exciting going on. Bill, it's your turn.
Well, I'm just excited to know that you're thinking of me. You can find me on TikTok and Snapchat at Thrill of Bill, and on Instagram at Bernard the Bill. I did have to cough, and I'll toss it back.
Well, I'm glad everyone had fun. That's a great story today. Up top. Good job. Very cool. You can remember to stay spooky.
Stay haunted.
And I think we should all go cave diving. I got this really cool cave that we can go get gold in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good on the cave diving.
It's great. It's called Spiders with Every Disease Known to Mankind plus Guns Cave.
Man,
I'll pass.
that sounds like a great place to get shot.
And we're going. Bye.
Bye.